It is cold and the water is frozen. Where in the world, look at those ducks going. Look at those ducks going there. We've got a little bit of water right here in front of the house. A little bit of water that there was about 100 ducks on. There's still quite a few down there, but there was a lot on there. What do you need to do, and when can you go this time of the year when the water's frozen? You can see them walking on the ice way down there too. A little patch of water they've got there, and they're walking out on the ice. I started talking and it scared a bunch of them. Where can you go for the third time? Y'all are used to that though, aren't you? Where can you go? Where can you go? Poor Lucy having to get up, and she had her place there. She's sitting down. Where can you go and do something that will help you save gas when you're fishing? Wow! That's a beauty. Good morning, guys and girls. Good morning. Welcome to a winter wonderland here in Oklahoma. I guarantee you, a winter wonderland. It is all the way up to a balmy 20 degrees out here. 20 degrees, that's right. It's really, really got nice. But if you will look around at these trees, you know, we had an incredible snowstorm. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. We had 6 to 8 inches or whatever, 6 to 10. I don't know. I think they said here around 7. And a couple days ago, and then we had another 6 to 10, and I think they said it's a little bit heavier than it was before, so maybe 7 or 8 inches, maybe 7 or 8 inches this time around. But it's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. The lake is completely frozen over and covered with several inches of snow. You can see the water or the ice or so whatever is melting that snow out there. I'm certainly not an expert on any of that. The trees look like New Hampshire or Maine. I've been up in New Hampshire during the winter time, and it's just absolutely the most gorgeous state in the world. I've been in Maine in the winter time. Up there on speaking appearances, we obviously weren't fishing that time of the year, although I fished both states and they got great fishing. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I think what happens with the deer, I think that they get down and they lay in the snow, and it melts out a spot for them down, and they're laying down in that snow, and then they're not wet, they're not cold, and they sit there. And now Lucy's finishing up her breakfast. She had eaten everything but the Cheerios, all the grapes and everything. She eaten everything but the Cheerios. She comes back and finishes the Cheerios up. She doesn't really have to worry. She doesn't really have to worry about other deer eating it, because she's the only one that comes up here on the front deck like that. And you can see the spot where she was laying right there. The snow melts out from under her pretty much, and I don't think she feels any of the cold coming out there, because they lay in this snow and get by really well. I mean, it's just pretty amazing to me. But it is just gorgeous out here. We're loving it, except we have no water. We still have no water. We haven't had any water since Sunday night, Valentine's Day. So we didn't have any water, but we sure had fun. Oh, that's another story. Okay, let's get down to some serious stuff here. Nehemiah 8:10. Don't be sad, because the joy of the Lord will make you strong. Don't be sad, because the joy of the Lord will make you strong. Now, this is Nehemiah speaking to the children of Israel. They were building the wall. They were building the wall there to around Jerusalem. They had gone back, and Nehemiah had the sort of a self-appointed governor, and he was building that wall around the city of Jerusalem, where it had been torn down many years before, when Jerusalem was destroyed, just like Jesus said it would be, and the children of Israel were taken into captivity, and they were having a hard time, because it was a difficult job, and a lot of them were against them. But he told them, he said, don't be sad, because the joy of the Lord will be your strength. No matter what's happening, the joy of the Lord will be your strength. Here's what I wrote about that. My wife, Chris, and I has always said that the great thing about fishing is you don't have to be strong or tall or fast or especially gifted to fish. Little short guys can catch fish just as good as great big tall guys, and real scrawny guys that's not very strong can catch them just as well or probably better than weightlifters. So anybody can fish. Everybody can fish. I fish with many people who have significant physical handicaps. I mean significant physical handicaps. We still had a lot of fun, and we caught a lot of fish. Nehemiah told the people that the joy of the Lord, not their physical abilities, not their mental abilities, the joy of the Lord was their strength. Knowing Jesus on a personal basis produces a joy that overcomes anything this world can throw at us. It allows us to be strong no matter how serious or how dejected we might otherwise become. You see the word I put in there, we might otherwise become, because if you don't have God, if you don't have Jesus in your life, when the bad things happen, and they will, they happen to everybody, Christians, non-Christians alike, it's going to really draw you down. It might destroy you, as a matter of fact. But if you've got Jesus, the joy of the Lord will make you strong. This joy is difficult for a non-Christian to understand, but it overflows. It overflows in one who knows Jesus. You know, we've had some problems this week. A lot of y'all are going through problems right now. A couple million people down in Texas are without electricity. We've had these rolling blackouts in Oklahoma, which are intentional rolling blackouts to save electricity, letting people be out of power for maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours, and then another group be out of power. We have not lost any power. We don't have any water, but we haven't lost any power. But we've had a lot of things with this storm that has, I've had a couple my second COVID shots canceled, but I've had the first one, so I'm probably 75% protected. But we've had a lot of things that could cause a lot of people have fender benders and wrecks and stuff. A lot of things cause a lot of people a lot of despair, a lot of problems. But can I tell you, if you have Jesus in your heart, if you're a born-again Christian, you can still have joy throughout all that. We've decided to focus on the positives. And the positives is this beautiful, beautiful, once-in-a-lifetime experience that we've had right here. Beautiful, once-in-a-lifetime experience that we've had with this record snowfall, record cold, and we got to share it with the deer. We're keeping them all fed and going. And I tell you what, it's a great, wonderful day. Here's my tip for today. Have your outboard tuned in early spring to save gas money every fishing trip. Right now is a great time to take your boat and motor down to your local marine dealer and have a tune-up. They're not very busy right now, not nearly as busy as they will be next month. Next month they will have so many boats and motors in there for spring tune-ups that they just won't be able to get to all of them. And your boat might be in the shop 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I know at Jimmy Houston Marine, they're on Lake Tenkiller. We get so crowded in March and April, we can't get everybody out. So right now is a good time, once the roads clear up, which will happen pretty quickly. Once the road clear up, get your boat out of storage, get it out of your garage, get it out wherever you've got it, take it down to your local marine dealer and get you a spring tune-up. It will save you a lot of gas during the summertime. The more you fish, the more you save. The moral of that story, go fishing every chance you get. Guys and girls, it's a beautiful day in Oklahoma. Go out there and have you a great one. And remember, I sure do love you.